I'm very inconsistent. Have Greg tried it? In my opinion, no. No, you have not. This is what you do. You say something, you tell them to do something in a nice voice. When it don't get done, then it goes to yelling. But I don't think we've actually went through the process. And I'm going to do like the 3 steps that I think for gentle parenting, if you want to be successful in gentle parenting, what you need to do and what we need to do. Hi, and welcome to Raising Girls of Inspiration. My name is Angela.
And my name is Greg.
And this is a podcast where we discuss everyday life topics of marriage, family, life, and the joys and woes of raising 3 very different, beautiful girls.
Yes.
We are a family that believes in living life to the fullest, loving every moment, and laughing every day. You can follow us on any platform where you get your podcasts. We will post every first and third Wednesday of the month.
Yes.
So, Gregory.
Yes.
How are you?
I am good. Angela, how are you?
I'm good too. I'm good too. Easter's coming up, so.
Easter or Resurrection Day?
Resurrection Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easter. Yeah.
You know, we were raised on Easter.
Yeah.
And they switched it to Resurrection Day. That's fine. It's still we still celebrate the same way.
The
Nothing's
meaning
changed.
is the same.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think they say Easter's about Easter bunnies and Resurrection is about Jesus Christ.
I'm talking about the core meaning.
Oh, yes. Okay, so today we're talking about gentle parenting.
Uh-oh.
Gentle parenting, y'all. That might be a new topic y'all been hearing about. If you have kids, you might been hearing about it on social media or on the news or with your friends. And so we're going to discuss it today and what we think about it and how we are trying to innovate some of these tools in our own life, raising our 3 girls. Gregory,
right.
Can you give us what gentle parenting means?
Well, let's do it. Gentle parenting is a form of positive parenting that emphasizes understanding a child's behavior through empathy, and respect, giving choices versus commands, and responding in a way that considers a child's intellectual and developmental levels. Oh.
So
you can sit here and make it sound all pretty and intellectual development levels and all that good stuff. But we're going to get into all that good stuff, but we're going to get down to the bottom of it.
Did your parents raise you with gentle?
I am not a product of gentle parenting. Angela, are you a product of gentle parenting?
No.
Okay. All right.
Not at all. My parents believed in spankings or whoopings. I didn't really get punishments or consequences like no TV because we didn't really do that much. We played outside.
Yeah.
So it was just really whoopings. Yeah. That was it for me.
And
that's how I got consequence.
Were considered the oldest.
Yeah, I had a couple older brothers,
right.
But in my household, because it was all girls except for my older brother that was in the household with me, I was kind of the oldest because I had to look out for the 3 smaller siblings.
Yeah. And I guess my question is, if you have a large household kind of like you, do you think maybe some of your siblings actually had a taste of gentle parenting?
You know, I believe my younger sister did. And it's just because she was very headstrong with my mom. Okay. And I think by the time she came along, my mom was just like, I can't fuss with you with this. I don't really think my younger sister got a lot of whoopings now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't think she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was more gentle parent because my mama talked about it today, like with her cleaning her room. But I think my mama, I don't think it was gentle parenting. I think it was just like, give up. Like, I'm not finna fuss with her because my mama wasn't like talking to her like intellectually, like, let's discuss this. What can we do to get this done? It was like, clean your room, Lepora.
Right.
And I said her name. But if she did not clean her room, it was like she didn't get a whooping.
Right.
But that I know of. But it was just like, oh well. Okay.
Right. And then and then when the parents become grandparents, that could be a form of gentle parenting.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, all these little ideas just popping me in my head. Yes, that could be a form of a gentle parenting, because I know when my kids get older and have kids and get married and all that good stuff, I'm gonna be a gentle parent.
Really?
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh, guys.
They're gonna love me.
He threatens our oldest every day about her bringing her bad kids over to the house. I said, she's not going to have bad kids. Her kids
Lord have mercy.
would be beautiful. I believe they would be challenging kids, and they will really challenge us. And she will bring all boys to the house. I really believe that.
Who are they gonna challenge?
They would challenge our patience, because we're used to girls, and I think she's gonna have all boys.
Nah, we me and the boys or whoever it is, girls, we on the road. We're traveling. We're not traveling, but we doing all kinds of stuff. They're gonna be spoiled, and they can't have candy from mama. They gonna get candy from daddy,
All right.
from granddaddy, and they gonna love coming over here.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Now, don't be acting crazy now. No, that gentle parent might slip right off me.
So what about our kids? Now, the Olivia's who we talking about with her kids. When she have them in the future.
Yeah, in the future.
How is gentle parenting with her? She is 15 years old. For those of you who don't know, she's 15. All three girls are different. She loves to negotiate.
It's a good word.
Yeah, she loves. Doesn't matter what it is. She loves to negotiate. So, have you tried gentle parenting with her?
Me? No, that doesn't work. I guess it depends on the individual. I feel like let's back up just a little bit. They need to come up with a term called gentle kids, because I'm just saying, because sometimes when you try gentle parenting, especially with my oldest, so you try gentle parenting with her, and I've tried it, don't get me wrong, I've tried it, but when you get that backlash and you get that response that you just don't want to hear, and it's totally off the wall from your gentle parenting protocol.
And for example, you could say, Olivia, go do the dishes, and her response would be,
why do I have to do the dishes? I did the dishes last week, or I did the dishes the week before. Why do I have to do X, Y, Z? And then it's not immediately. She don't do it immediately, so she'll continue to start doing what she's doing, and you have to emphasize that same question again, and you have to emphasize it again, and then after that, that gentle parenting is just automatically out the window.
and then the yelling comes.
Right. So, if gentle parenting was a 50-50, if you ask something and then your child says, okay, I'll get it done. Or if your child just give you a little backlash, do I have to do it right now? And then you say, yes, you have to do it right now. And then they do it. Gentle parenting is at its finest. But if you don't have that child that can meet you in the middle, I feel like you have to, in my eyes, I think you have to treat it as it is. I feel like some kids can be gentle parented, or if that's a word, or they can be treated with care, gentle. But some kids, they just can't. They just can't, just by mind. And you have to, you have to reinforce things and take things away to get a response.
And Olivia, even though she's 15, it's been times where she can throw a tantrum. She's always had issues with understanding that if there's a no, she don't understand what no is. She wants to negotiate why it shouldn't be a no. She doesn't accept no very well. So when it comes to her and getting on her level, she is always the victim of every situation. So it's kind of hard to gentle parent with her because gentle parenting requires you to emphasize. But sometimes the kids is just wrong.
Right.
You can't emphasize with just wrongness.
Right.
Now, our middle daughter, Irina, gentle parenting with her, it just depends on the situation
Right.
and her mood.
Right.
Okay, so we have a teen, we have a tween, and then we have a child. So we got all 3 levels. We don't have a toddler,
No.
but we have the other 3. So what do you think about gentle parenting with Irina?
I feel like you can do it, but hers is a little different because she lacks communication.
That's true.
And it's a little harder when you tell someone to do something and then they tuck their head in their chest, or they get extremely quiet, or they just don't respond at all. Kind of like Olivia, if you say something to her, she'll and all that stuff. But Irina, like prime example, even last night, we simply told her, turn your phones in, it's time to go to bed. Olivia went in there and told her.
Grace.
Grace, all my babies went in there and told her.
Twice.
And she sits in there. I don't know what she was doing. Still trying to wrap up the process. Oh, I heard him. I heard her. And mom told her. And then at that point, gentle parenting was out the window with her.
No, yeah, you just got up and you just started yelling. You didn't. Yeah. Now, what you're supposed to have done was get up and go in there and be like, Irina, this is what was told to you. You said you understood and why you didn't do it. You went in there. Do you have a hearing problem? Do you have a hearing problem?
I wanted to make sure she had no hearing problem because they told her 3 times, 2 to 3 times, like, I want to make sure you're hearing straight, because did you not hear that? Everybody else heard it. So so with her, she, and the reason why I was saying that, because again, she didn't say anything.
Yeah.
She just continued. She had this just silent treatment.
Yeah.
And in her mind, I guess she feel like I'm gonna do it when I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna feel, because what's gonna happen is if you don't follow up with her, she'll keep.
Yeah, she'll do it in her time.
Yes.
But Irina's situation, her issue is that she should say, "Hey, Dad, I know you said turn it in, but can I have 2 more minutes to complete this task?"
There you go.
And then, but that's where gentle parenting come into places, because gentle parenting, it means communication from both parts, from an agreement with the child and the parent of what the situation, what is expected of them, and the consequences if it's not completed.
Got it.
So Irina would be hard because she won't communicate exactly to have a good agreement between the two.
Right.
Now with her, when it comes to stuff like schooling and stuff that she loves, like cheering, things like that, it would be hard to not do gentle parent with her with that, because she's really hard on herself for failure.
Got it.
So if a child has a very high accomplishment or perfectionist about things, if you just go in and yelling, they already take hard on themselves because of their failure. It will make it worse. So gentle parenting would be good when it comes to stuff like schooling for her,
right,
and for cheer, and for her performance when it comes to stunts and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What about Grace?
That would work. I feel like, yes.
Grace is our youngest. She's 8.
Well, you know what? I feel like it could work. But then again, I'm thinking about when she has to do like Kumon or, well, guys, if you don't know, Kumon is like tutoring, just extra help.
After school program,
after school program. So she has assignments or tasks to
every
complete
day, 7 days a week.
7 days a week. And you have to be disciplined, and you have to create a structure so you don't get behind.
Correct.
Because once you get behind, just with anything, it gets really hard. It's hard to work in the rear.
Correct. And it's about 30 minutes a day. She has to spend 30 minutes a day on homework with Kumon.
Right. So, and we try to develop a system, and a lot of times she wants to sit there and prolong it and
procrastinate.
Yes, and procrastinate the situation, and I'll get to it, and just keep pushing out. But she wants to do arts and crafts and all these other little things. Opposed to actually completing the task. So that's why I feel like with her, it could work, but and then when it's time for her to do the task, she gets a little, sometimes she'll start crying, and why do I have to do this? And once she start, she's good, she can handle it. But it's just that I think I think it can work, but with her, because she does listen.
So you think we should just yell and be like, "Dale, come on"?
No. I think it does.
You get a whipping.
No. I think with her though, because I think you can set the expectations, and I think you can give her what you're gonna take away if it's not done. And I feel like if you say it in a calming manner, I think it will get done. But it's just that you have to have a continuous follow up.
Yeah, a follow through.
Follow through.
And that's the thing with her, and that's what I feel, because she's the baby. I fail in following through with her. I can set the standards, the expectations. She will attempt them, but if she don't complete them, I don't follow through with the consequence. Because she's so sweet. And
yeah, she's sweet. She's sweet.
She's my little baby, and she's so smart and intelligent, and she really dislikes it. But I want to keep her in there through a certain grade because I know it's helping her.
It is.
And so as a mom, it's like trying to balance between what's good for her and then what she wants, But if you leave it up to her, she won't go to school, period. Period. She's not going to school at all. I'm talking about regular school. She's not doing school. So that's where we're at with our 3. And as a mom, have I tried it? Yes, I have. But I am inconsistent, like we was just saying.
Follow up.
I'm very inconsistent. Have Greg tried it? In my opinion, no. No, you have not. This is what you do. You say something, you tell them to do something in a nice voice. When it don't get done, then it goes to yelling. But I don't think we've actually went through the process. And I'm going to do like the 3 steps that I think for gentle parenting, if you want to be successful in gentle parenting, what you need to do and what we need to do. Okay, so our first step is make sure the foundation is laid and understood on both sides. There are clear roles that has to be made. So when it comes to 3 girls, we have to lay down the expectation of, this is what I expect from you. This is your chores. This is when it should be done. This is what I expect. What do you think about this expectation?
Okay.
And then have an open conversation of our expectations for them, and then whether or not they can accomplish those expectations.
Stop right there.
Okay.
The oldest one, when you have that conversation, and the problem is when it comes to communication, they act like they can't answer the question. They act like they can't. She act like she can't elaborate on that.
That's true.
Rena, she has a communication issue. This is our middle child, and when you get to start drawing the line, and you get to have an open communication about that, she's not gonna respond. And then Grace, she'll probably respond. So that one, I'm not saying is
but if they don't respond, then you have to set it.
Yes.
And that's their opportunity,
Yes.
But the final step will help cover that. So if they don't want to communicate, then you set the expectations. And then when it's set, then it's set. When the expectations are set, then the consequences are set.
Yeah.
Now, will they have an opinion in the consequences? Okay, we require you to wash dishes every day. If you don't do it, then what should your consequence be? You think they will elaborate on that part of the conversation?
No.
So they will let us pick the consequences as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then my consequence is, and especially when it comes down to a task, I have to go down to a time limit with them, because their time management is, especially my oldest daughter, oh my gosh, her time management is off the chain. She'll sit here and wait all day to complete a task. Even when coming back in the day washing dishes, she'll wait all day and then wash the dishes at nighttime, and then it takes forever. It takes forever. So that's why with her, we have to put them on. We have to put them on a time limit. And then now that's a good success expectation. If you don't finish after this time, all this stuff can be taken away.
That's setting your expectations.
Yes.
So you have to wash dishes every day. You have 30 minutes to do it.
Right.
So, and then they come up with the consequences, and then there's a follow through.
Okay.
So
what's the second one?
this is the follow. The follow through is the second one.
Okay.
So if they don't accomplish the goal that it's supposed to accomplish within the time it's supposed to accomplish it, it has to be a consequence. Grace should be, if you come up with an agreement together, whether it's written, whether it's a text message, whether it's verbally, it has to be followed through.
Right.
Okay, so you have to set the standards, expectations with the consequences. And the first time it does not happen, the consequence that you agree on has to be followed through.
Yes.
But the thing I want to say, the third one is the key. There can always be a reevaluation. Say, for instance, we say 30 minutes to wash dishes, This is the consequence if you don't do it, right? When it happens the first time that you both agree on, she has to face that consequence. But then after that, you can have a reevaluation. Say, okay, that didn't work. So she can be like, Mom, maybe I need 45 minutes. Or Mom, maybe I can wash dishes every other day. Right. Or something like that. Right. And then you come back together as a cohesive team. And then you come up with a new standards.
Got it.
And then a new consequence.
Got it.
If you don't think it. But it has to be something you can agree on. Yeah. So I think those are my 3 steps.
Right. And yes, and I know we're about to wrap this up. But I guess my last thing is when it comes to gentle parenting, I would love to see statistics on adults that were products of gentle parenting. Yeah, I would love to see some statistics just to see, because the gentle parenting I've seen kids that was gentle parented in stores. Okay, Johnny, and screaming and knocking stuff down, and I'm just like, dude, and everybody be looking like, oh,
yeah, because when a child does that, per gentle parenting, you supposed to acknowledge the tantrum,
which they do,
try to calm them down,
it don't work,
and try to redirect them into a better situation.
Evidently, it don't work.
But I think the problem is that you probably should have came up with the thing in the beginning. You have to lay down the foundation in the beginning before you even go to the store. So this stuff should be done in the house. You can't wait till you get to the store. So Johnny, if we go to the store and you start acting a fool, this is what your consequence is going to be.
Right.
So when it happens, you know your child. So if you say, I got to leave the store immediately with Johnny, and then Johnny, if I have to leave the store, when you get to the house, your consequences are you're not going to have any tablet time for a whole week because I had to leave the store. Then it's set.
And I had to train my oldest daughter because she used to have them tantrums in the store. And I told her at the house, I said, if you embarrass me, I'm going to embarrass you.
You did. Gregor. So if we're in the store, for example, we're in the store, he tell her to do something. She like, he starts yelling in the store.
I sure will.
Olivia, did I tell you to do such and such?
That's right.
I told you embarrass me. I'm going to embarrass you.
That's right.
Because normally when he tell her to do something and she start getting a little tantrum, then you got people looking.
Right.
So now he's starting to yell because he's like, this is what I told you to do.
That's right. That's right. And I don't care who there. Obama, Trump, I don't care where we at. It's my child. At the end of the day. So that's why I'm not. No, I'm the adult. I have the last word.
Yeah. So that is it. You know what we're going to do, Greg? I think we should try to follow these 3 steps with our 3 girls.
Yes.
And I think we should come back for a follow-up and maybe with one of the girls, 1 or 2 of the girls, to see how what happens
that's
and
good.
What they think as a teen, a tween, and a child, what they think of gentle parenting and if they think it will actually work. And did it work?
Yes. And when we do that, you're going to see what we're talking about, especially with the oldest woman, when it comes to her not talking, her not communicating.
Oh, Olivia going to talk.
We'll see.
She's going to surprise you because when she's on the spot, she runs her mouth.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But you'll see how she rolls. You'll see. Yeah. You'll see what type of person she is.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was good.
Okay.
All right.
So that is pretty much it for us today, guys. We want you to remember 3 things. We want you to remember to live life to the fullest.
That's right.
Love every moment and laugh every day.
Right.
And again, we will be back every first and third Wednesday of the month. Follow us on everywhere you can get your podcasts.
That's right.
We look forward to seeing you soon.